No, Hannah, it's Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday in 1 minute, but for now it's Tuesday. Oh crap, now it's Wednesday. Anyway, it is 12 a.m., so you are seeing attractive Caety right now, which is, oh, look at my lovely pimples. Yeah, those always exist. They're just usually covered up by makeup, so I apologize for this. So I wanted to tell you about Scav, which I have, made vague reference to in our conversations, but I haven't actually really explained. That's because it's hard to explain. It's a UChicago tradition since some point in the 80s, and it's a giant scavenger hunt. And so when you think of a scavenger hunt, you normally think, oh, there's a list of items, like find a gnome, find a rock in, like, the shape of an arrowhead, find, random items, and you'd have to find all those items and bring them in. Yeah, not Scav. The campus-wide activity, so all the dorms compete against each other. Now, our dorm has like 800 people in it, but the team consists of about like 30 regular people, and maybe if you consist everyone that helped out at all, like 50 people. So like definitely not everyone from the dorms participates. It depends on which dorm you're in. Some dorms are way more into it than others. Our dorm, like, we're new. We've never won. We don't expect to win, which was actually part of the fun, because everyone that was there was just doing it for fun. No one was concerned about winning. Winning really isn't the point of Scav. Basically, imagine the weirdest possible items you could imagine for a scavenger hunt list. Now make them weirder, and you have something like what Scav is. Each team gets the list on a Thursday night, at like around midnight. And to get the list, you have to do something weird. So our team had to, there was a room, sort of like the game, Lava, where you're not allowed to touch certain parts of the floor. There was a room where basically the list was posted on a wall, and you were on one side of the room, and you couldn't, pass, you couldn't touch the floor, and so you had to use items that they provided you to get the list on the other side of the room. And then the Scav goes on for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's the final day, and Judgment's in, like, the morning, so you have to have all your items done by the morning. And when I say it goes on, for, like, 4 days, that's because people are participating 24 hours for 4 days. I mean, like, people get very little sleep. So in order to explain to you how bizarre Scav is, I'm just going to read you some of the items from the list. Now keep in mind, this list had 321 items, I believe, so this is just a small sampling. Using no kits, no electronics, no parts of other timepieces, and no more than $75 worth of purchased supplies, construct a clock and deliver it between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Sunday. Please find a barber's pole, an apothecary's show globe, a tobacconist's wooden Indian, and a pawnbroker's 3 balls. An origami crane of a wingspan no more than 1 centimeter. Somewhere in Chicago, the word fundamentals backwards. A chess set with board tiles made of 2 to 3 inch squares to be judged on permanence, craftsmanship, and fanciful depiction of a classic struggle. Our team decided to do Pepsi versus Coke. The gory opening of folk cults, Discipline and Punish, rubbed some people the wrong way. Create an adorable substitute for those of us offended by such things. Hang, draw, and quarter a teddy bear. Hershey's French Kisses. They were created by man. They evolved. They rebelled. There are many copies. One battle-ready Xerox machine optimized for office warfare. Don't let your next trip by airship turn into a disaster. Stay protected. Turn a condom into a dirigible, preferably filled with a safe, non-flammable helium. Find the tackiest thing you can in the world's largest truck stop. Side mullet. Business on the left, party on the right. Sometimes the internet can make you so angry you cannot type straight. Fix this problem by creating a sturdy keyboard with fist-sized keys. At Judgment, the device should allow me to leave a rude and inane comment on YouTube by punching the keys. Did you ever build those balsa bridges in high school physics? Well, let's raise the stakes. Deploy and cross your bridge made of nothing more than balsa and glue across 10 feet of Botany Pond. Our bridge did not succeed, and my friend fell in Botany Pond. Perform the hamster dance in the following styles: gospel, Cajun dance, sea shanty, acoustic rocks, Renaissance polyphony. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease, the 1-foot-tall man on the flying trapeze. Bring the mystery motion man on the flying trapeze, 1 foot tall, hinged at the shoulder and hip, and powered only by sand or water. Your aerialist should flip on his trapeze irregularly. Your appendix in a jar at Judgment. Clad only in bubble wrap, perform your famous lawn chair handcuff dance to the sounds of iced tea being stirred. Spoons arranged round a head. Strive. Top Allison. Understand. Definitely tapeless. Whose brother's name was Gabbo? Whose love depended on the answer? Tell me the story. An AOL floppy disk. A sweater made by a bourbon company. Get the ADA to admonish Kesha for corrupting America's youth with her advocacy of poor dental hygiene. At every public event, one of your team captains must have increasingly ornate headwear. Headwear must be built upon the same base item throughout the hunt. Bedazzle it! Which is just bedazzling an item for an extra 3 points. Produce a snow globe that precipitates out a crystalline solid when cold and melts when warm. A single piece of paper that, depending on how it is folded, becomes the flags of Indonesia, France, the Netherlands, Russia, and Norway. When completely unfolded, no more than one flag should be represented. Okay, did you ever watch the TV show Zoom on PBS? It was like this kids show, and it was all these like dorky kids, and they were like dancing, and they had these orange shirts that said Zoom, and they would like teach you how to do things. And so we had to make a Zoom video on how to do our favorite activity. And so we made one on how to dispose of a dead body. That's going to be in the link below. I filmed it. My friend Daphne stars in it, and my friend Cecile also has cameos. This also involved using a prop cigarette. Now, it was a real cigarette, we just used it as a prop, but Daphne and I were, like, examining this thing, like, what is this? Like, because I've never touched a cigarette before, and at one point Daphne goes, what do you put in your mouth? And I was like, I don't know! And Cecile was just disgusted with us. Like, she doesn't smoke, but she at least, like, has some knowledge. One other thing I made was a keyblade, which is, this weird, like, from a video game called Kingdom Hearts, and it's some, like, blade thing. But look at this, Hannah! It's kind of epic, you have to admit. I made this all by myself out of cardboard and duct tape and a pole thing. And it originally had a cool chain on the end with, like, soda can caps, but that fell off. But, Hannah, I made a sword with a key. So that's what I did with my weekend. I'm gonna go do homework now. I love you. Bye.